November 20th. Hello, let's do the New York Times games for Thursday, November 20th. Okay, first things first, say happy birthday to little Oliver here. He is turning 2 years old today. If you don't put happy birthday Oliver in the comments, I will block you. Alright, looks like we have a lot of tooth things in here. You have enamel, decay, brush, root, like a root canal, a crown. I'm not sure if they actually are going together. It seems like a trick. Like decay is something that happens to your teeth. Enamel is part of your teeth. Brushing is something you do to your teeth. Crown is something you put on your teeth. So it just seems kind of related, but kind of not. You know what I'm saying? Skim milk could be a thing. Skim, you skim something like when you're reading, you just skim over it. I don't see things that would go with that. Oh, maybe skim could go with brush and stroke. As to like lightly go over something? Maybe. Kiss? That could be a thing, maybe. Alright, let's just assume that's a category for now. What would Artie go with? Your Artie, your Artie. Oh, it's RT. It sounds like two letters. NE. DK. SA. These are words that sound like two letters. Alright, I'm assuming that's purple. That has to be purple. There's no way that's not purple, right? Let's try it. Alright, words that sound like two letters. I nailed that one exactly. Sweet. Alright, we still have the kiss, brush, skim, and stroke category, possibly. Plaster and paste could go together. Maybe crown? Maybe there is like a dental work category going on here. Enamel, I guess, would go with that. What would that leave if that's a category? That one I'm a little iffy on, but if it was a category, what would be left? We'd still have pulp, fix, root, and stick. Fix doesn't seem to fit there. Like pulp is part of, like orange pulp. Root could be part of a, you know, a plant. Stick is obviously part of a tree. What would fix be doing in there? Unless one of these other things goes in here with this. Stick, root, pulp, and fix. This is making me think that my other categories are wrong. I'm going to submit the stroke, brush, kiss, and skim one. Just to see if that's a category. As to lightly touch something. To graze, okay. That still leaves enamel, crown, plaster, and paste. I'm assuming this is a dental category, but plaster could go with fix. It's just like, if you plaster over something, you're fixing it. But fix is so generic, and plaster is more specific. Wait, why would paste be going in with dental? I mean, you have toothpaste. Tooth enamel, tooth crown. So maybe it's not plaster. You have toothpaste, tooth crown, tooth enamel, tooth root. I'm not sure now. But it's also not a fill in the blank category, because blue generally isn't a fill in the blank. That's usually a purple. But why would plaster be going with pulp, fix, and stick? I don't know. I guess I'm going to try plaster. Ooh, that's not even one away. Okay. So I'm way off on whatever this is. Huh. Okay. Then I think paste and plaster might go together, and fix. So I did this and it was not one away. So if I did this, it would have to include either stick or root or pulp. I can't include enamel and crown in here. But that doesn't make sense. I don't know what these categories are doing. Am I just not seeing something? I mean, one of these is supposed to be yellow. All right, let's go with things that could be verbs. Fix, plaster, and paste can all be verbs. Stick could be a verb. Root could be a verb. Crown can be a verb. You crown something. The only one that really can't be a verb is enamel and maybe pulp. I've never heard pulp as a verb before. Man, I really don't want to lose today, because if I win today, I match my all-time longest winning streak. Pulp. I wonder if you get purple first and lose, if it's still good. Goes towards the badge of getting purple first. I know it does if you make mistakes, but I wonder if it also does if you just lose the game after getting purple first. I'm guessing it does, but maybe not. You fix something, you plaster it, you paste it, you something else it, but none of these seem to go with it. Crown, root. These are parts of your teeth. The enamel is part of your teeth. So if these two went together, is it still called a crown if you don't? No, crown is like not part of your tooth unless you've had work done. It's not a natural. They don't naturally call the top of your teeth a crown, do they? Only when they replace it. Maybe enamel, paste, plaster, and pulp? As like some sort of like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it as some sort of like paste, but not. Some other word? That's not one away either. Uh-oh. Okay. I should have known that wasn't going to work because I did this and it was not one away. So I just replaced one. That was a dumb mistake. Oh man. That was a really dumb mistake. Although I know this isn't one away, so I need to replace 2 of these and 2 of these. What does that tell me though? These 3 definitely don't go together, but I already knew that. I did this and I did this. Pulp fiction, root beer, crown jewels, crown something, root beer, root, tree pulp. Is tree pulp a thing? I would say something like this is maybe like parts of a tree. Do they call the top of the tree the crown? But we know this isn't it because if that was the case, then this would have been one away, and this would have been one away, because I'm using... Well, no, this one wouldn't have been one away. Yeah, it would, because I'm the first one I tried was enamel, crown, paste, and plaster, and that wasn't one away, and I still have 3 of them I'm not using. So this can't be a thing. I'm completely lost. I don't know what these categories are. You fix something, you root it, maybe. Like if you connect it to something, you fix it in place, you root it in place, maybe. You paste it. I would need one of these other 3 to go with it. Because if I'm using paste, I still need one of these other 3 to go with it. If this is what I would be doing. You crown it? That's not one away either. I'm completely lost. Oh man. So this isn't one away. This isn't one away. This isn't one away. I can't believe I've tried 3 guesses on 2 categories and I don't even have a one away. Maybe I can logic my way through that using that information though. So this wasn't one away. Wait up, no, it was this. This though wasn't one away. Or was it? Was it this? Or this? Shoot, no, I don't remember. This wasn't one away. And this wasn't one away. We know these 3 can't go together. And then I think I did this, right? Or did I do crown with root? I think it was this one I tried, right? Oh man. Did I think of this? I did think of this. This can't be it. It's parts of a tree, maybe. What if I did enamel, crown, root, and pulp? That doesn't violate my first guess. Does it violate my second guess of enamel, paste, plaster, and pulp? It does not. That would not. Does it violate my third guess? It doesn't. What would stick, paste, plaster, and fix do? I don't know. I'm going to try it. Okay, parts of a tooth? Alright. The dentist thing was there. Pulp? What's pulp? When it comes to teeth. Tooth pulp. The tooth pulp is the soft, jelly-like center of a tooth that contains nerves, blood vessels, and connective tissues. Okay. And then stick, paste, plaster, and fix. What is this? Adhere? So it was adhere to something, like fix it down. Adhere, fix, paste, plaster, and stick. I guess you stick something somewhere? Okay. I don't view stick as adhere. Like I view stick as place. You place something somewhere, you stick it somewhere. But adhere? I don't know. Okay, well, we got there, and I tied my longest streak, but this is the most frustrating game I've had in a little while. Alright. I was almost convinced I was going to lose there. Okay, let's see what they give it. 3 out of 5. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Although when you get purple first, you figure it's not going to be that hard. Okay, let's check the bot. Okay, 57% solve rate, 3 out of 5 difficulty. The biggest category, again, is losing. I mean, it's been a rough week, even though I've gotten through them all. But for most people, it's been a rough week. Skill 75. I'm a completely unique game. 1 in 1,000. 1 in 133,524. People are getting parts of the tooth first? Okay, I guess I just didn't know what tooth pulp was. I don't remember hearing that part. And then they were getting yellow, too. Those are the two that gave me the most trouble. I got these other two so easily. Alright, let's check ever. Okay, so for ever, it's green and yellow at 70%, which isn't that high for ever. 61% getting blue, and then purple's 58%. So I think there's probably a bunch of people that just got nothing. Yep, 21% just got nothing. And then your usual combination of yellow and green down here. Man, the winning games, nobody's getting purple anything but last. All right, let's check the mistakes. All right, yeah, I mean, putting decay in as some sort of general tooth category, but decay is something that happens to your teeth, it's not part of your tooth. Same thing here, like, I thought of this, something like this, but I was like, brush is something you do to your teeth, decay is something that happens to your teeth. And then the other ones are just parts of your teeth. They're semi-related, but they don't really fit together. Dental materials, enamel paste, plaster pulp, okay. Tooth coatings, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And then this was just, I don't know, a guess. Less than 1% people getting it. All right. Oral hygiene, enamel, decay, brush, paste. Was that a built-in rainbow herring? I didn't even consider a rainbow herring. I didn't see one that was so obvious as a fake category that I would have thought it was a rainbow herring. So maybe tooth enamel, tooth decay, toothbrush, toothpaste. Maybe they were doing a fake fill in the blank category. Okay, then I can see that. But there was just so many dental options in there that it doesn't really stick out as a red herring because there's just too many options. Usually when they do a rainbow herring or a red herring, out of a complete fake category, they only have 4 of them, maybe 5, but there was like 8 of them in here. All right. Okay, well, we got there. Matched my longest streak. Hopefully tomorrow I can set a new streak. Hopefully tomorrow's puzzle is a lot easier. On to the mini. All right, song on an album that you always avoid. Cool. I have no idea. Low budget Chinese shopping site. Temu. Strongly Desire. Not sure. Opera Solo. Don't know. Ivy League school with a statue of Benjamin Franklin. Yeah, Penn probably. Walmart or Walgreens? Store? Sure. Home Alone boy. Kevin. Let me rephrase that. I'm not sure. Set down. Put. Toothpaste tube topper. Cap. Skip. Strongly Desires covet. Opera solo. Not sure. I mean. Okay. What is this opera solo thing? Aria? Okay. I don't know anything about operas. I think I got everything else. Song on an album that you always avoid. Skip. I don't know if I've... Okay. And then Temu. Yeah, I got that one. Covet. Aria. Okay. Penn. I almost said Yale just because this was 4 letters, but Benjamin Franklin is so known with Pennsylvania that it had to be Penn. So that one just took me a quick second to rewire my brain on. And then let me rephrase that. I mean, all right. So not too bad. I mean, under a minute. I will always take under a minute. Okay, on to pips. All right, what do we have 3 of? We have 3 zeros and 3 5s, but we need a 5 up here. So this is going to be 5 0. This is going to be 0 0. This is less than 8. This is exactly 3. So this is just going to be, I'm guessing this maybe, and then 5 5. Sure, that works. On to medium. All right, we have a not equals thing in here. This is a 0. We have a 0 2 and a 0 3. This is a 5 and a greater than 5. So we need one of the 6s to go in here. Either 6 2 or 6 5. I'm guessing Maybe the 6-2 because we could put the 5-5 like this. So we're already going to have a 5 in here. So let's try that. And then we have a 0-2 and a 0-3. Still don't know which one. This is a 4-4. So, or this is a 4. So the 4-4 is going here. And then the 2 zeros are going to have to go in here. And the 2 5s are going to have to go up here. Okay. So maybe we go... Wait up, how are we doing this? We go 0-2 maybe? And then 0-3. Now we already have a 5 in here, so this doesn't work. We went 6-5, 2-5. No, that doesn't work either. 0-2 or 5-2, and then 0-2 up. Does that work? I think it might work. All right, it does work. Not great. Oh, those not equals ones always are trouble to figure out. So I didn't make a lot of wrong moves. In fact, I got most of them right from the beginning. I was just figuring out these last ones up here. All right, on to hard. Okay, we have, looks like 11 in here today for the design. We have a 4 equals here, 4 equals here, 4 equals here. This is 18, so this has to be 3 6s. How many 6s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6s, okay. We don't have a double, so this 6 is going to have to stick down into here, and it's going to have to be with a very small number. We only have 1 0, so this is going to be 3 1s and a 0. So I'm thinking this 6-1 goes down like this. The 0-4 goes like this probably. Do we have a 6-4? We do. So we could do 6-4 like this. And then 1-1. Do we have a 4-4? We do. So this works. We need another 6 up here, but we don't know which one. We'll figure it out later. Let's see, we still have 4 5s, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 4s. All right, what do we have an overlap of that has a 2 and a 5 on the opposite side? I'm guessing the 5-2 goes like this or something like that. Do we have a 3-2? Okay, so the 2s look like they're going down here. Do we have a 5-6? We do. So we could put the 5-6 like this, the double 5 up here, the 6-2 right here. This 6-3 would go up here, and then this 2-1 would go down. All right, not too bad at all for a hard. That's actually a pretty good time. That was almost as fast as the medium. It's my fastest hard in a while, I think. The 0-4 is kind of forced down here. I mean, you could mess with this a little bit. Like you could put the 1-1 down here and the 4-4 down here and move this up a little bit, but it's forced into this kind of either in this spot or this spot. So you could jiggle it around a little bit, but the concept is forced. Let's put it that way. And then I think these are all forced up here. So almost a unique solution. So once I figured out this side, it had to be the 2s and the 5s, and this 5-2 kind of gave it away, and this 3-2 really gave it away because there was no 3-5. So that forced the 2s to be at the bottom and the 5s to be at the top. Okay, if you're enjoying the videos, please leave a like and subscribe and comment. I'm really closing in on 1,000 followers here. I'd really like to get there, so if you could, I'd appreciate it and help out the channel. And let me know how you did on all the puzzles today.